Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be talking about data, or if you prefer, data. Present o master shimashou. This is the 7th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de okane o muda ni suru wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you to become a better speaker, to be 1, clear, 2, confident, 3, persuasive, and 4, highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 341. Today we are talking about presenting to data vampire audiences in Japan. When I exchange business cards in Japan, I select from the one designed for a Western audience and another for a Japanese audience. Often I will hand over one to a foreigner and then a different one to the Japanese person accompanying them. This will draw a remark. Oh, the back of the cards are quite different. I like to ask the Japanese person, what do they think is the difference when they compare the two? Some see it, and for others I have to explain to them that the English one has the 5 core courses we teach for the English version, and the Japanese version has 10 things we teach. The reason being that Japanese are data vampires, and they cannot get enough information. For a Western audience, 5 things are about the maximum complexity they want to handle. Actually, 3 is probably better for them, but I push it a bit. When I make this point about the data preferences of Japanese, they respond with a nervous little laugh which says the jig is up and underlines the truth about presenting to Western and Japanese audiences. This throws up a dilemma when presenting in Japan. Who do we prepare the presentation for? Ourselves, as Westerners who like simplicity, clarity, brevity, or the massively data-hungry Japanese audience? The danger part in Japan is that when they prepare their presentations, they suit themselves and go all out for massive troves of data. Just to really accentuate the cultural differences, they decide the smartest thing is to put up as much data on each slide as physically possible. To make it even more exciting, they leaven things up a bit with 6 colors and 5 different fonts. It's a total mess. When we present, we always have to begin with 2 thoughts. Who is my audience and what is my main message for them? If we have a Japanese-only audience, then that is easy. We can go bananas on the amount of data we offer. If it is a Western audience, we can be very Zen-like and chilled. If it is a mixed audience, that is a bit more complex. What should we do? Whether it is a Japanese or Western audience, we should absolutely not make the mistake of going crazy and putting up too much information on the one slide. The golden rule is 1 idea per slide, and the clearer the access to the key information, the better. Slides cost nothing to make. So we can split information across 5 different slides rather than the typical Japanese approach of cramming all of the same information onto one slide. For a Japanese audience, we need more data than we may think is necessary. They want the references also to where the data came from, so we cannot miss that point as it is critical for the credibility of what we present. Often, audience members will check on what we say on screen and do it in real time. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. Today's show is brought to you by, on the 9th of June, our Winning with Relationships selling program. This is the complete course on sales. It's a very practical program. It goes through the entire sales cycle. It has all the structures that salespeople need. They're doing it by trial and error. They're doing it in a hit and miss fashion. This fills in the blanks. This gives them the complete way of selling. And it's focused on the relationship because guess what? We're not after a sale. We're after the repeat order. And that requires a continuing, ongoing, strong relationship between seller and buyer. On the 9th and later on the 11th of June, we will be doing our Dale Carnegie course, our flagship program. Has the 5 drivers, which are increase your confidence, be able to step out of your comfort zone, challenge things, step up in your career, really go for it. Leadership, how to become a leader people want to follow. Communication skills, how to be clear, how to be concise, how to make sure that people get what you mean. Okay, people skills, absolutely critical, people skills. If you don't have the people skills, guess what? Life's going to be hard, and things are going to be tough. And finally, stress relief, how to reduce your stress, how to get down from this position of absolute stressed out, maximum, total despair all the time with worry. Stress management, critical factor, critical skill set. We teach it in this course. On the 15th of June, we'll be doing a high impact presentations course. This is an absolute dynamite program. Main modules done over 2 days, 2 instructors, everything videoed, wall to wall coaching. From beginning to end, just coaching, one-on-one, all the way through. Phenomenal program. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you on Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro TV show. Get my best-selling books on business in Japan, the Bible on selling, Japan Sales Mastery, Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane wa muru ni suru wa yamemashou, and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. I make a joke that data-hungry people of any persuasion are comfortable and happy with 3 decimal places for numbers. That would include many Japanese in the audience. The usual Japanese approach, though, is to put the whole spreadsheet up on screen, even when there is very small possibility that anyone sitting in the room can actually see the numbers in the cells because they are so tiny. We can put the spreadsheet up on screen, like screen wallpaper, to give the presentation some credibility. We should then use animation and create a pop-up cloud with a key number in it, which is overlaid on top of the spreadsheet. Usually in a spreadsheet, there will only be a few numbers we want to highlight. So we select those out and place them in the animated pop-up cloud in large font, making it easy to see. We can then talk to the numbers and make our point. One of the best ways to satisfy a Japanese data-hungry audience is to take a two-step approach. Either have some additional physical materials prepared for distribution after the event, or give them a URL where they can access the data. This makes the audience very happy to get the information. Never distribute the data before your talk, though. If you do that, everyone will be focused on the data and not on you, the speaker. Hold it until the end and then make it available so there is no competition with your message delivery. One of the issues with data in Japan is that most official statistics are out of date by the time they are made available. Usually they are 3 years old. So that is a big disadvantage when giving presentations because, as we all know, a 3-year COVID period has completely turned everything upside down. The only compensating factor is everyone suffers from the same fate with official figures. The better approach is to look for recent industry sector surveys or more current private sector information releases by research institutes, etc. It is very credibility sapping to see the speaker pop up data which is clearly out of date and expect us to believe what they are saying. Happens all the time here, but let's not be part of that crowd. When presenting in Japan, always remember, you cannot satisfy the need for more and more data, but you can present it in a way which maintains your professionalism and allows your key messages to break through all the clutter. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.